A very good day to you. This is your host, Doc Ant, and we are busy with unleashing your full potential. And with me today, I have the one and only Diksha Vohra. Diksha, it is such a pleasure to have you on here. She is the CEO of Digital by DV, which is her own name, Diksha Vohra. And what does she do? Well, she specializes in content creation. Diksha, welcome. How are you today?
I am fantastic, Doc, and it's such a pleasure being on Unleashing Potential with you. I can't wait to get started.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, you have added value not only to myself, but also to many of my friends. I saw a beautiful interview with one of my friends from Evolve Consulting. I'm dropping that name because we're partners in crime, of course. And I was so proud of what you guys achieved. So, Diksha, what is your vision? What do you want to achieve with Digital by DV?
See, my vision, to be honest, is that everyone in Dubai who actually wants to have a face to their brand and they want to scale up their brand online should be doing it through digital by TV. Okay, that's my long-term, big, audacious vision. But I just basically want to impact as many lives as I can in terms of helping them find a voice and find audience, find credibility online.
Okay. So not only do you provide the digital base, but you can also help them in terms of creating a base for getting more customers, getting known out
Yes.
there, brand management, etc. So if you just had to look at maybe a little bit of what I call a shopping list, what are the kind of things that clients that work with Digital by DV, what can they be expecting? What kind of things?
So let's talk about three main things right now. So
Okay.
A is we help you out with your branding. So
Okay.
for instance, if the company is just literally starting out and they want their websites, they want their logos, they want their brand guidelines, all of that just sorted. That's the first startup thing that we offer to them. So we set it up all for them for their growth. So they have it all in place. They just go to one-stop shop and all is there. Next is we help with them with their social media promotions.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about social media promotions, it basically means video creation, like in terms of short form content, like which goes on your YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and so on. So to create that, we also do location shoots and we also have our podcast studio in Dubai. So we invite people to come to shoot with us. Then we craft small reels for them and then we help them promote their brands online and kind of have a more consistent approach to their branding. Okay, so that, and we also do some location shoots. What differentiates us from here is that all of the social media agencies will actually tell you will offer branding support and video support and so on. Nobody will really tell you what to speak, how to speak, and that's how we differentiate ourselves. So we tell you literally, listen, this is the script, this is the hook line, this is the visual hook, this is this. You need to dance on screen or you need to throw something on your screen, and this is what's going to be creating engagement. We help them step by step. So that's going to be number two as the second service. Now, the third service we offer are paid ads. So we do lead generation ads for our clients who are looking for customers online. So here I primarily focus on service-based industries, particularly people in the real estate and the financial sector. So we help them generate leads online.
Fantastic. Okay, let's unpack those three. Let's talk about branding. We have two kind of clients. You've got the first client that is an absolute newbie that just knows he has to have a brand or she has to have a brand and they've got no idea. I'd like to know what would your approach be with that client as opposed to two, the client that already has an established brand but wants their brand to be more significant. So let's break down those two examples so that the person listening in here, either a newbie or a person already understands their own brand, will know what to do when they interact with you. Let's go.
Absolutely. So, first thing is in the first example that you mentioned, there's a person who has absolutely no idea, who's literally starting from scratch. So, A is we sit down with them and we ask them a couple of questions. So, we ask them, okay, what is your vision for your brand? Where do you want to take it, in 5 years from now? Or what are the key problems that you're looking to solve? Who are your customers? And, how would you like to position your brand? Is it an ultra luxury brand? Is it a casual brand? What is the type of communication or the tone that you would want want to communicate. So once he gives us all of that ideas, and we also share a number of logos and samples with him of his competitor brands to kind of sit and analyze what kind of a look and feel would he most resonate with. So we understand what tone of brand, what brand voice do we need to follow. So once we shortlist about two, three, say logos or identities, and tells us, okay, this is somewhere I want to see my brand in. So we understand his aesthetics, and then we start drafting logos and the brand guidelines and stuff accordingly, trying to put things in a manner which fit all of his prerequisites. So that's one.
Okay,
Now, if somebody
this
has,
question,
yeah,
let's just
yes.
tie that one together like a nice little bow around it for Christmas. And that is that this person has got two choices. One, they can either meet you face to face in Dubai, because I know that you have premises and you've got your own studio where they can come and meet you and where you can actually show them examples of what other people have done, or you would actually meet with them online. Therefore, it actually is a global positioning, whether they are in Dubai or India or South Africa. It makes no difference because you can meet with them online. Is that correct?
You are absolutely right. All our services can actually be operated remotely as well. Apart from doing our location shoots, everything else can very much be offered remotely. So, yes, you are on point.
Fantastic. Right. Now we're talking to the person that has got a brand in place. They think they've got it all together. This is where I want the other side of DV to come out to say, you think you've got it together, but have you considered A, B, C? Talk to us.
Okay, so that's exactly where we meet a lot of our clients. In fact, one of our clients has approached us today and saying, I need a bit of revamping, because we have been with this logo, with this branding for quite some time. So we need a change, and that is, I mean, especially when we figure out that, okay, the logo is not representing what the brand ethos are. We sit down and we understand, okay, how has your brand evolved over the years? Okay, let's talk about some core values that your brand emphasizes. And then perhaps one of the things that I started doing is I ask my clients, at what point of your service would your client want to give you a 6 by 5 stars or a 7 out of 5 stars? Okay, like at what level of that service? So when for instance he says that, okay, you know what, imagine I'm into cleaning services, or I'm into duct cleaning or just property maintenance. And then if I actually clean the entire apartment, as a gift for my clients, this is what it would be. So I would actually try and look at that end goal, be taking going that extra mile, and so incorporate that in the brand identity. So people understand that, okay, this firm is actually meant to go a level beyond.
Okay.
So, really, depending on which stage is the brand now, understanding how has the brand evolved, what are the things that they're representing now, perhaps even the kind of services they ventured into, and of course, understanding what are the trends in today's date, we develop a brand identity for them. Now, for instance, giving an example, previously we had very elaborate logos, big ones, chunky ones. Now we need everything fit into a small circle for the Instagram icons and so on. So we have to, keep up with the latest trends and information and things that are going on, of course.
So what you're really saying is that your new approach has gone from the old billboard type of branding approach to realizing that the communication medium today happens to be your point two, which is social media. Now, in
Yes.
social media, be that TikTok, be it Instagram, be it LinkedIn, be it Facebook, uh, Snapchat, all of those entities play a role. And obviously, what you and your team would have done is to know that in which country, which one of those social media portals are more favorable. Correct.
Absolutely.
So now the branding gets reduced to a size where you can utilize it more for social media, because that's where your reach is. Because there's only so many people that can drive to the Burj Khalifa and see a board, whereas
Of
the
course.
people in the world can go to your website and see you everywhere. It's like you become
Absolutely.
Times Square. You become Times Square, New York, right there.
Totally, totally.
Okay, so in the social media strategy that you have, how do you help the client understand for where their positioning is and which one of those social media should they be considering? How do you guide them?
So, we understand whether you're dealing in a product or a service.
Mhm.
Okay. And also, are you a B2B brand? Are you a B2C brand? Now, depending on where your target audience is, we'll then tell you, okay, your target audience is going to make a purchase decision here because these platforms are where they're consuming content. Now, for example, I'll tell you, YouTube as the medium for long form content is not very popular in Dubai.
Okay.
In terms of popularity, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok have a better reach, better viewership than YouTube and so. So if at all somebody actually comes and says, listen, I want to have a long form video in YouTube and so on, I would say don't just do that. Let that be one of the things that you're doing. But in addition to that, please do Instagram because that's going to be like a backbone to all your YouTube content and so. So that's one. Second is we understand where do people, like for instance, if someone is in a B2C brand, someone is
Mhm.
into fashion, someone's into jewelry. So we advise them, okay, fine, now it's time for you to do paid advertisement and perhaps link your website with Shopify, link that with Insta Shop, and then so people can purchase and they can literally go on the go and do all of their stuff. So the strategy really depends on each brand that comes,
Mhm.
depending on where their major target audiences are. Again, the demographics, the age groups, and so all of those things really determine what kind of channels do they need to position themselves.
Let me ask the question then. If the client that's not listening to you says, okay, I think I need to go down this route and investigate my possibilities and also get the input from Diksha with the experience of what I should possibly consider. How long would it take? What is your initial interview? Is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour? How do the sessions work? Just give us an idea. If I'm a brand new customer and saying, I know that this person can help me, what would that journey look like? Talk to me.
So first is we sit and we have a good 1 hour conversation with the client. It does take us 1 hour to sit and understand and basically break down all of the layers, because sometimes what happens is a, we may imagine our brand to be something else, okay? And then deep inside, we want our brand to say something else because there's a difference between how the outer world wants us to behave, and there's a difference between how we actually are. So the more authentic we are, the better it is. So it does take us that amount of time. So we sit down, we ask you, okay, why are you doing this? How long have you been in business? Okay, and how long have you been in this industry? Do you understand this industry? Who are
Okay.
your top competitors? What are the main problems that you're solving? And so, based on all of those things, then we understand, okay, where do your clients come from? Perhaps one of the biggest things I ask my clients is just go back into your books and check out where did your last 10 clients come back from.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
so
Practical.
that's a good idea, and I do often say that there's a Pareto principle in operation there as well. So 80% of your clients will actually come from one source, like a 20%, where you're actually just investing that much. So perhaps let's do more of that.
Okay.
Okay, from which our 80% is coming. So let's invest more there. So we look at that platform and then we say, okay, now for this platform, what else is possible? So it's not about tapping into unknown markets and doing new stuff. It's actually checking out what's working and doing more of that.
Well,
So
they say
investing wherever we've already had concept.
in the market, it's far cheaper to actually gear up your existing customer and to advertise to your existing customer than it is to acquire new clients. So it looks like you first work on the existing base, what is working, use the Pareto principle, 80-20, and make that 20% bring in 80% of the results. That's what I can hear you do.
Yes,
Okay, so now the first,
absolutely.
it's
Absolutely. That's what we do.
it
Yes.
starts with the 1 hour that you spend with the client. How many sessions does it take in general for a client to really get cemented in terms of from conceptualization to practical outrolling and be ready to go to market? How many sessions does it normally take?
Okay, so let's say if person is really just starting out with this branding and so on, it'll take you one discovery call to basically understand, okay, this is where I need to go, this is what it is, and perhaps and discuss on the pricing and the codes, etc. From there, it'll take you about maximum 2 or 3 sessions, okay, to sit down to understand every little bit. And because after the first session, we'll send you some samples. Then we'll have another session to just, review those and make any final tweaks if we need to. And then there's the final session where we're just, putting in the cherries and making it nice and glossy and great. So I think that's how maximum 3 sessions it would take us to actually put everything in the right space.
I think that was very helpful. So that gives the average person listening to say it's going to be one discovery call. It's going to take 2 to 3 sessions to really cement your action plan and then to roll out. And what I do see is that you walk with the client. It's not a question of here's the product and good luck. I see that you actually want to be on a journey with the client and have a partnership to continue and share in the good news. Is that a correct adaptation from what I hear?
Absolutely, because Doc, for us in our industry, personalization is really important, and you need to give that added service. Why? Because sometimes a lot of people don't know what do they want, so they need to be guided in a certain manner. And because as an entrepreneur, there are too many things anyway that he's struggling with. He's perhaps struggling with logistics, he's struggling with accounting, he's struggling with finding the right stuff. And if he is not able to actually have the right face or the right logo or the right presentation of his brand, it's just going to stress him out further. So, as much as we can guide him and basically help him come to a decision quicker and tell him what's working, what's not working as per our research, it kind of makes his decision making easier as well. And of course, it helps us strengthen the bond with them too.
That is wonderful. Okay, so that has taken us through branding, it's taken us through your approach to social media. Now we get to lead generation. Now, every business today has to realize that part of their new business acquisition lies in online marketing, whether you like it or not, because so many people that used to go to Macy's in America and shop in Macy's now realize that people are starting to purchase online. And if they do not diversify and become mainstream in terms of helping people acquire and get the products that they want in the way that the customer wants it, in the comfort of their home, they might be in trouble. So now I have this guy saying, I need to have more leads because I need to get lead generations. I can get more clients that can pay for the new added service. So what do you do with lead generation?
Okay. Lead generations are of 2, 3 types. So let's just initially talk about Google, okay? In terms of generating leads through paid ads via Google Ads. Now, Google Ads in itself is a world altogether because you have display ads, you have textual ads, you have calling ads, and so on. Okay, so you can choose from what really, again, the approach is very, very, very customizable. If there's a person who's into real estate, he'll not need a calling ad. He'll need someone to get redirected to his landing page, wherein the property details are all there, the ROIs, and so the figures are mentioned, and so he can call and he can book. So that's one. The second is, for instance, somebody is into auto garage services or somebody is into property maintenance services. In that case, the person may not necessarily need to look at a landing page. What he can do is he just needs to see the number flash on Google, and he can just give a call and get connected, or maybe just click and get to someone's WhatsApp and just work around it. So even in terms of what we need to do on Google Ads is really subjective to the industry that we're working on. Okay, so for us, the process very much goes like we said. We understand, number one, who's your target audience, what is their age group, what is all the other information, what is the average salary bracket that they're in, what nationalities are they coming from, and so on. So we take all of that information and then we curate a Google Ads campaign. We also send them all the text that we're going to be writing in. We send it to them for approval much before. So they've got to approve how their brand or their offers, etc., need to go. And we encourage all our clients to put up an offer. If you need ready customers, give a discount, give a price, give something complimentary, do something that will actually catch people's eye. We ran a wonderful campaign with someone where we said, okay, only in 1 dirham we fix your car. Okay, so wherever your car is, we come, we pick up, we fix, and we go. But we said limited spots only, it's going to be only given to the first 50 people.
Okay.
And we had calls flowing in. We were like, okay, this person wants to get his car fixed and so on. So while we did invest though that time to get our 50 customers in serving them, we had about 250 people already approach us and say, listen, we want our cars fixed and stuff. So that's how we use our marketing skills. So that's in terms of Google. Now, in terms of Instagram and Facebook, which now we call meta marketing,
Okay.
what we do is we tell our clients, listen, the best way to reach our audience is through videos. So don't think much. If you're into service-based industry, come to our studio, record with us. So we prepare a script based on the hooks and everything that's trending in the industry with a nice offer. So we prepare the script. We have a teleprompter. They can read the script from the teleprompter, act into the camera. We shoot that, and then we edit and we run paid ads on those. So here you could be selling your dental services, you could be selling your weight loss, you could be selling your nutrition, you could be selling your digital marketing services, whatever services you want. So we kind of help with that. We also help with location shoots. So somebody is into, for instance, he has a corporate gift and gallery of his own. So and he wants us to come to his showroom and showcase 3, 4, 5 of his top products. We
Mm-hmm.
do that. We create a nice 40-second advertisement, run that on Instagram and Facebook, and help them generate leads through either their WhatsApp messages, so people can contact and just get on their WhatsApp, or they fill up a form for some further filtration, and then they qualify for lead generation on Facebook's own CRM.
I must say, just listening to you, my brain is going, wow. What a privilege to speak to a person that knows exactly what they're talking about and what to do about the needs of their clients. Diksha, it's not often that I can speak to somebody that has got the experience. Clearly, you articulate because of your years in the industry and knowing what to do. Now,
Thank you.
from my side, all I want to do is add value to everybody there that says they want to unleash their potential. And surely, whether they're an entrepreneur, whether they are a small business owner, whether they are an established business, every single one of those people can get guidance by you and have conversations with you in terms of you establishing a path of success for them. And in that way, unleash their full potential. So
Absolutely.
I can tell you one thing, just having spoken to you, is I'm blown away and saying to myself, what part of my business do I need to take to digital by DV to just focus on it and just let it go boom? So that is really, really very attractive. Now, how do people get hold of you? How do they contact you? Where do they go? What is your preferred medium of communication? And how can people, apart from me putting it as an addition to the content of when I put it up, how can people speak to you?
So the easiest way to get in touch with me is to get on your Instagram IDs and look out for me under the ID of Dubai_content creator. Very simple. Dubai_content creator. My profile will be up there. Send me a DM, get in touch. That would be one thing. Second is my contact details are also on my Instagram. So you can just hit the contact button, send me a WhatsApp, give me a call. That's also there. Or if nothing works, and if you are a bit traditional, which I truly respect, because I prefer formal emails, and so info@dikshavohra.com. So that's DIKSHAVOHRA.com would be my email ID. Drop me an email in case you can't get hold of me on Instagram, and I would reply ASAP.
Well, that is absolutely the easiest way to do it, info@dikshavohra.com. And what I will do is also put your other details there in terms of how they can let you just click on it, get hold of you with, you said it was Dubai_content creator. That's also easy
Yes.
to remember. Diksha, I want to just thank you that You added value to what we can do for the world. So what I'm going to say to you is, here's my shout out to you out there. If you've been listening to this, Diksha Vohra is the solution that you've been looking for. If you want to unleash your potential, connect, do what you have to do, and take your business to the next dimension. Because guess what? It's not about you. It's about being the right person to establish a service for others out there with products and services that makes a difference in this world. So all I'm going to say to you is you need to unleash your full potential. This is Doc Ed signing off.